All right. Straight, let's do it, Otter.
In half a mile, turn right onto North Drive.
So we are going to go and try to find a remnant of the old buffalo trace, which is the migratory trail used by buffalo before they were hunted to basically extinction, and it was also used by pioneers, settlers moving west. And what it is or what it was an extremely hard-packed trail from thousands of years of buffalo using it. It has been converted basically into modern roads in many places, so the only remnants of it are in some state parks, and
turn right onto North
hopefully
Drive.
this park we're going to is supposed to have a visible remnant of the trace.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Walnut Street.
So I think that'll be really cool to see, and it'll also give an opportunity to test out a few things I've been wanting to experiment with, which is a 360 video, so making it a completely 360 VR
Turn
video,
left onto South Walnut Street.
and using this one here in the car, as well as one mounted on the back. So hopefully that one's doing a time-lapse, this one's doing video, and we'll be able to switch between them. So I'm hopefully going to build a little fire. We can have some breakfast when we get there, because it is early in the morning on a Saturday, and I haven't really had breakfast yet. But it's supposed to be warm today. We didn't get going as early as I wanted, but should be a fun day. It's supposed to be hot, so we brought lots of water, both for me and for Otter. I've got some bacon to cook when we get there, build a little fire. So we're heading about an hour south of Bloomington to near French Lick, Paoli. So I think most of it's going to be highway driving. So in this little clearing, they've got a sign talking about the remains of the buffalo trace. And we are right here. So, see if we can find anything. It's warm today. I have to give Otter some water. He's ready to get back on the trail though. You want more? Come here. Come here. More? Alright. This is going to be his water bottle. Probably shouldn't have done that if I ever want to drink out of this thing again comfortably. Let's see, where can we tie this up? Otter. Alright. That can dry without getting all my stuff all wet. Okay. See if we can find this buffalo trace. Stopped, tied Otter up for a little. Look at this. This tree is just totally split in half. All the roots are torn up on either side. Completely split in two, straight down the middle. Hopefully that shows up on this. Pretty wild. Get a better look at it. Rocky the soil is. Yeah, split right in half. I don't know whether that's a lightning strike, it's definitely dead. And it's warming up out here. So we're down here. Other side of the mountain, hill. Alongside this creek, there's a little stone structure. Check this out.
Split 2. Split pace. 22 minutes. 24 seconds per mile.
This is right next to the tie Otter up here. Handy having all these trees. So stone, but then it's also got this concrete slab. Looks like that was the roof. Floor maybe for a second story. Nice spot. No idea what that would be for. Blue jays. Alright, let's get back on the trail. Here's the creek bed. It does actually have some shallow pools in it. Otter's cooling off, which is good because it's pretty warm. Really quite a wide creek bed here. Usually in Indiana, just because of the stone, you don't really see super wide creek beds. They're usually very narrow, steep. Climbing up the hill on the other side. So here is a remnant buffalo trace, and you can see it runs perpendicular to the trail here at Spring Valley, and it goes into the lake that they dammed at some point, so it's not a natural lake, but you can see this hard packed gravel and stone, just packed earth basically. It's about 15 feet wide, and it just cuts right up, right through here. See the natural sort of fall of the hill down into this valley. Here's the trail on the right, but this is that trace, and they've got a little sign here marking it as a buffalo trace remnant. So it would have cut towards, I guess, the low part of this valley, the center of the valley, and it's running see if we can get a compass out here. So it's running east-west basically. That's roughly east. That way is south. So where we're standing right now, the Buffalo Trace sign there, that direction, south, east, west, north, sun up there. So it's kind of goes east-west here. And Otter's complaining, so we're gonna get back on this trail. Here's another remnant of the trace. This is the trail right here, the walking trail, hiking trail. There's Otter. But the Buffalo Trace is up here. You can see it. Very much like the modern trail. And you can even see some wagon wheel ruts in it a little bit further back. But this is basically this, like the lower half of a pipe, like a trough of this hard packed earth right through here. It's totally covered in leaves and undergrowth, but it comes out here. Looks like it joins up with the modern trail a bit, but you can see how the slope comes down and is just cut in this bowl, and then it goes up on the other side. So you can kind of draw an imaginary line where the buffalo, and then followed by wagons, horses, etc., has worn away the hillside into this trough. And then of course the modern cut on the other side, and the modern reservoir lake. And here's another one of these little signs made out of fiberglass or something, indicating the trace. All right, Otter's getting impatient. He went for a swim in the lake at the other. All right, we're almost back. 2 more miles, mile and a half maybe. But the terrain has sort of changed from this flat lakeside, deciduous, to more of a steep, rocky scrub pine. It's really quite pretty. There's a lot of flowering trees, red buds, very fragrant between the pine and the flowers. But it's very hot and it's uphill. And Otter was getting hot, I think, so he's chilling in the shade. He had some more water. He's cooling down. There's a dogwood. It's a tough hike, not necessarily because of the terrain. It's all relatively graded, but just the distance. I was not planning on doing the full 10 miles, but here we are. At a certain point, by the time I got to the Buffalo Trace Remnants, that was about 4.5, 5 miles in, so I figured, why not keep going? Same distance either way, to turn back or to keep going. So kept going. It's been worth it. It's been fun, but I wasn't anticipating a 3.5 hour, 4 hour hike. Certainly without like access to the car or the power. My phone's almost dead. So it's some lessons learned even just from this. Carrying some unnecessary stuff in my pack, and also I didn't bring some stuff I wish I had, like a little battery pack or a solar panel to charge the the phone, camera batteries, some more water I would have brought, or at least a water filter thing so I could get water from the streams. Otter's been drinking out of the streams. Half of it, I think, comes down to Otter goes really fast. He's on a mission, so I'm walking at like double time the entire way. Makes it a little tough, but we'll check back in when we get back to the truck and maybe cook some lunch. We made it. This is the dam where it started. And that point out there is where that little picnic table campsite was. And up the coast to the right from that is where the Buffalo Trace remnant that goes into the lake is. So that's about a little over 10 miles. It actually did not take as long as I thought to get from the last place we stopped to right here. It only took 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I think over at the picnic site, I looked at my watch, it was about 11:40, and it's now 1:15. So that took about an hour and a half. I thought that was about halfway. It says it's been about 3 hours, 15 minutes. So that seems right.